Hello everyone, we have 5 students from TISS LSP course, Labor Studies and Practice. So 2 of them are seniors, that is of second year. They are Kanchan Ugale and Mayurakshi Priyadarshini, and 3 of them are from the recent batch. They are Nitin Jayan, then Kuber Das, then Rushali Mulwade. Okay, so they will first of all introduce themselves one by one, and then we'll start our interaction. So yeah, Kanchan, you can introduce, then my Rakshi will introduce, and then we'll start with juniors. Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Kanchan Ugle. I hail from Nasik, a prominent district well known for its extensive industrial belt. No surprise, having grown up in this industrial setting has always fueled my passion for the chemical sector. So after completing my 10th, I did my diploma in chemical engineering, followed by a bachelor's degree in the same field from Pune University. Post that, I have worked for 2 years as a process engineer in a water treatment designing firm. Fast forward today, I am in second year of my postgraduate pursuing Masters in Labor Studies and Practice at TISS Mumbai.
Hello everybody, my name is Mayurakshi Priyadarshini. I am from Moregaon, Assam, and I have done my bachelor's in political science honors from Maitri College, University of Delhi. I graduated in 2023 and then I joined Tata Institute of Social Sciences and pursued my master's in labor studies and practice. I am a second year now and I'm very excited to tell you how great it's been here.
Hello everyone, my name is Kuber Das. I belong to Jamshedpur, Jharkhand. So having been born there and been living there, so I was quite excited. I was quite curious about mineral and the steel industries that are there. So I chose geology as my graduation subject, and again I switched to development sector and did my masters in digital society because being living in the rural area, I was quite means curious about the migrant laborers and their problems. So then after doing my masters in digital society, I thought that I would specialize into development sector, taking in the problems of laborers. So right now I am doing my another masters in labor studies and practices. So yeah, so it has been quite a experience here, being in the first year itself. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, Rushali, you can speak now. Rushali, you are on mute. Unmute, yes.
So I'm Rushali Molawde. I come from a small but a picturesque town, Patan in Satara district of Maharashtra. I completed my graduation in agriculture at the Government College of Agriculture, Pune. And after graduation, I dedicated my time for preparing for competitive exams. And now, currently, I am pursuing my master's in labor studies and practices at Tata Institute of Social Science, Mumbai. This was my brief introduction, and I'm excited to share my journey at this.
Nitin.
Hello everyone, my name is Nitin Jain and I'm from Bhind, Madhya Pradesh, and I've completed my schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya Jagdalpur, Chhattisgarh, and after that I completed my bachelor's and master's from University of Delhi, and and currently I'm in first year of MA in Labor Studies and Practice at Tata Institute of Social Science, and I'm excited to share my journey with you guys.
Okay, Kanchan, could you explain what is LSP and what the course is actually?
Sure, sir. So the Labor Studies and Practice course is one of the 5 programs which comes under the School of Management and Labor Studies. Before delving deeper into understanding the Labor Studies and Practice course, I would like to give a brief history about it. So in the year 2007, the globalization and labor was one of a program which was initiated by International Labour Organization, ILO, that also comes under the Global Labour University. Now, with the changing market in the coming years and the trends evolving, in 2021, the course name was changed to Labor Studies and Practice, that we call today as. It's also known as LSP. Now, giving a brief understanding about the course, I would like to divide it into 3 pillars. The first will be study of the formal economy. Second will be the understanding on informal economy. And third is the role of government and institutions. Now, the first one, which talks about the formal economy. Here, our course curriculums dwells into the subjects like industrial relations, labor laws, data analytics for labor studies, conflict management, and most importantly, corporate social responsibility and green economy, which are the sustainable drivers for any business to grow and flourish in market today. Talking about the second pillar, which is about the informal economy. So as we know that today 90% of the total Indian workforce comes under the informal economy segment. Understanding the role of globalization and informal economy through subjects like women work diversity, social protection, and state is something that comes under the curriculum of LSP. Third, and the most important pillar is the role of government and international institutions. Here, the subjects like government and public policy, international labor standards, international institution, trade policies, and labor market. So this all amalgamation of all these three pillars makes the combination of LSP. And most importantly, in a circular economy where everything is dependent on these three primary elements which are driving the nation economy, understanding of all this together is something what LSP brings into the table, and that's a very unique collaboration, I could say. Apart from that, dissertation is something which remains as one of a major pillar of our second year course curriculum. A lot of our alumni have got their paper published through this process under the guidance of expertise professors. We also do have an annual labor conclave called Vaishvik that is organized by student. Here the student not only gets the opportunity to interact and connect with the best industry leaders, but also such kinds of event hone the leadership skills of the students. And that's what I feel LSP is all about.
Okay. So Kuber, could you share who all can apply to this course?
Sure, sir. So, if you see the official website of TISS and go into the LSP program details, so we can find the eligibility criteria there itself. But to give you a gist about it, that anyone who is pursuing their graduation and they have completed their graduation, they can apply. So basically, it asked for 15 years of formal education. So it could be 10 plus 2 plus 3, or it could be 10 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, or it could be 10 plus 2 plus 4. The person who is so the students who are in the last year of their program, they should have been passed all the previous semesters. That is there, and also 55% marks is required. So that is there, and also we have seen what kind of students are coming in. So we have seen master's student, we have seen graduate students, we have seen diploma plus graduate. We have here Kanchan's our senior. So and also we have trade union guys as well. So a trade union, so a person or a student who has been in trade union and they have worked there, so they are also eligible to be in this course. So this is the eligibility criteria.
Okay, so Nitin, could you speak the batch diversity and the batch strength?
Sure, sir. So basically, the batch strength is officially 30, but we have 31 students with us, and one of them is from trade union, and 30 are mostly students.
Acha, let me ask you one by one. So how many students of your batch are women, are girls?
So 8 girls we have.
Okay, so there are around 8 girls. So let me ask you this also: are they all from technical background or non-technical background also?
No, it's a basically mix. Some are from commerce and some are from
Okay, so that is also not a barrier.
engineering.
About age,
And there are
so
we have
are there freshers?
one guy. Yes, we have more like almost half of the batch is fresher.
So I believe Mayurakshi is one example of that.
Yes, and the minimum age which the least one is that 19. The youngest one of us is Arpit. He is 19-year-old, and the older one is Akshay Virwarkar. He is in trade union. He is 31-year-old, and the average age is 24 years.
Okay. Okay, now Kanchan again to inform about the recent circular by Maharashtra government.
So this is one of the most fantastic news that the course has got in the recent years. Really a great achievement that we see both in the terms of our course recognition as well as for the future placement opportunity. So as per this circular, Maharashtra Welfare Officer Duties, Qualification and Condition of Service Rule 1966 holds that the Master of Arts student holding the qualification in labor studies and practice under the School of Management and Labor Study is qualified to be appointed as a welfare officer, additional welfare officer, and an assistant welfare officer. This
So
ultimately
here I would like to add one more thing. They have also mentioned the name of the institute, which is Tata Institute of Social Science. Okay, the student having the MA in labor studies degree from Tata Institute of Social Science, they will be eligible for this position. Yeah, go on.
So this ultimately means that a person who has interest in the field of welfare, safety, and also wants to be associated with a government organization, this kind of opportunity is really something that you should be looking for.
Okay, so now I will put the link of this particular thing in the description below, so you all can see the circular yourself. Okay, so the next question is, does gap year affect the selection procedure? Okay.
So I completed my graduation in 2022, and now in this in 2024. So I have a gap year of 2 years. So I was in same dilemma, which is most of the candidates right now have. So having a gap year doesn't mean that you have done something wrong or committed mistakes. So don't carry any guilt about it. As Pratik sir always told us that. If you have a gap doesn't mean that आपने कुछ पाप किया है या गलत किया है. So please don't have that guilt. And if
Yeah,
you ask,
just know how to justify that gap.
yes. So if you asked about the gap year during the PI, focus on presenting it positively and confidently. For example, when I was asked about my gap year during the PI, I explained that I was dedicated my time for preparing for competitive exam, and I also volunteer for a NGO during that time. So the panelists were actually more interested in hearing about the positive aspects of my experience. And so most importantly, don't fake anything while answering. Be honest what you are talking about. And the key to justify your gap year properly is to justify your gap year properly and highlight how you have utilized the time productively, whether it is
So,
skill
so
building.
the main thing is confidence. If you are confident, if you show confidence enough, then the gap and you are able to justify your gap, then they are going to take you. But if you have a guilt that you have taken a gap, okay, and that guilt is showing on your face in the interview, then it might harm you in the next question or something, because the confidence will be lowered due to that. Okay, now the selection process has changed. It is now happening through CUTPG. So starting from Kuber, we'll come to Nitin and we'll come to Rishali again. So Kuber, you can start and tell which examination you will have to appear and which paper code you will have to appear to qualify for this selection, and how many stages are there. Just tell me that.
Yes, sir. So, since TISS has started from this year that they are taking CUTPG for this program, so we appeared for COQP 12, that is the paper code, and so the stages are that we have to give the paper, we have to clear the cutoff, and from there we will be having a shortlist. From there, we have to go for an interview round. Within the interview, we are having first extemporary of 5 minutes, and then we are having a interview. So this is the typical process. So after we get through the interview, we are having a merit list, then we are having two wait lists. So within that, if someone is getting his or her name, so he will be getting into the groups. So this is the stage that we go through.
Okay, Nitin, could you explain what is COQP 12? What all, how many questions are there, and what was the cutoff, and what all subjects are getting asked?
Sure, sir. Okay, so basically this COPQ 12, if I talk about the paper pattern, then it is basically there will be 75 questions. And if you get the correct, you will get a 4 marks. And if you did wrong, you will have to lose 1 mark. And if you just leave the question, then there is no negative marking. You will be given 0 marks.
First thing, it will have 75 questions, each of 4 marks, and minus marks is -1. Okay. And the cutoff, what was the cutoff?
Also, if I talk about cutoff category wise, so generally for general category, it was 260 last year. And for SC, it was somewhere around 220.
I believe last year the people of HRM ODCL also appeared for the same paper, and that is why the cutoff went high. So what I believe this year it should be lesser
Less.
compared to that. Okay.
Yes.
So that is the thing.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what
Syllabus.
all papers are there? What all things are there? I
Okay,
mean,
so if I talk about syllabus, then there is math, reasoning, and English. 25 questions each from these 3 sections.
after you qualify the first round, which is CUTPG, you have qualified the cutoff. Then, Rushali, could you share what happens?
Yes, so the based on CUET PG score, shortlisted candidate proceed for the next stage, which involves the online assessment. It includes extempo session and online personal interview. So the extempo session, the candidates are given topic on the spot, and they're required to speak on the topic for 2 minutes. And in online personal interview, they assess personality and analytical skills. After that, the final merit list is prepared, combining 75% weightage from CUT PG score and 25% from online assessment of selected candidates.
Okay. One more thing is there, that is DAF. Okay, you will have to write your DAF before appearing to the interview. Okay. Now, my another question from you all is, you will have to share some part of your experience of second round. So we'll start from Kanchan and then Mayurakshi, then we'll come to Unix.
So the first thing after your TISSNet result comes is the DAP. And the most important question there is writing your bio sketch. Now, this is not something which is going to happen in a day or a two, that you sit down and you write some 1,000 words and it's done. It's a lot of a reflective process where you have to understand, go within yourself and see what exactly I am bringing to the whole picture. Also, you need to connect with a lot of people who really are closely connected with you and understand from them what they see you as a person, and try to bring those into your reflective bio sketch. The second question is about
so whatever Kanchan is saying, you should write your bio in such a way that is reflective of your personality. You can't write something else, you can't be something else. Whatever you are, you should notice that very carefully, and you should write in that way. Okay. And all of that you will have to write in a document which is called DAP, detailed application form. Yeah, go on, Kanchan.
And the second and third question talks about why you want to get into TISS, why you want to select this particular course. So at that point of time, your passion for the course, your passion into getting TISS, and what you bring to the TISS should come into your answers.
Hi. So, with regard to the detailed application form, apart from you painting a very realistic picture of what your life has been, you should also be able to capture the essence of what is your primary motivation of choosing labor studies and practice as a course. So, this is something that the panel will also grill you on with regard to why exactly you chose labor studies. So, you need to be very clear on your motivation, on the sort of experiences that you've had that have molded you into making the choice that you have now made to get into this course for that matter. So that's one thing that you should also have in mind.
Okay, so now the next part is starting from Kanchan. You will have to share the extemporary topic you got, if you remember. Okay, and some of the, how the interview process is, and coming to my course, how it helped you, how my course helped you in, acing that those things. Okay.
So with regard to the extempore round, my topic was age discrimination in workplaces, and I had 2 minutes to prepare on it and 3 minutes to speak about it. You also have the option of choosing another topic, but that's not something that I opted for as I was comfortable with the first one. Post that, there is an interview round of 15 minutes wherein a 5-member panel asked me questions based on my educational background, based on my bio sketch and my reasons for going into LSP. So it will be a mix of what your personal achievements, how your personal life has looked like so far, and also questions related to labor studies in general. So there needs to be some bit of conceptual clarity on the subject that you are opting for. Coming to your classes, sir, it has helped me in the way that I chose for the interview preparation, right? So there were regular classes which helped me understand what was going on around the world. If we're talking about the GK classes, it helped me align labor studies topics to what was, for example, important policy interventions and government interventions that happened, that I was able to align with the sort of questions that were asked in my interview. That was one very helpful thing that your
Yes.
classes allowed me to access. Secondly, with regard to the mock interview, sir takes the DAF and then asks question based on the DAF as well. So on the basis of the cross questioning that I was able to handle, that I was exposed to in the mock interview, I was able to see where I was lacking and where the DAF was lacking as well. So in places where I could see that I was not really being able to answer what was in my DAF, I was able to make my answers more ironclad because of the questioning that Sir did.
So talking about my experience, first of all, after writing the DAP, I had got that cross-check from Sir, and while he was checking it, he gave a lot of questions that will come from it and how I can make it more better. So that was one of the more of a finishing which was done in the initial process itself by Sir. Talking about the OA process, I don't feel it was more like a interview, but more like a thought exchange platform where they wanted to understand what are my views or ideas on a particular topic. And there's nothing right or wrong, but they are more of your perspective sharing. My extempore topic was on women managers and something related to glass ceiling. Whereas when I talk about the kind of questions which were asked to me, rather than DAF, I feel there was an amalgamation of two main concepts. First was my educational background, and second was why I want to get into LSP with that background. So the all kind of questions were coming to one certain point. Where they asked me about green economy. Now, green economy is a subject which is taught to us in LSP and also a part of chemical engineering. They also wanted to ask why I want to come from an engineering background to a non-engineering background. Apart from that, a lot of questions coming about International Labor Organization, labor codes. And one of the best thing which had happened when I had went through Sir's post TISS preparation was Sir has in detail taught about the labor codes, and that's why the kind of confidence that brought to my answer was something very nice. Talking about my journey with Ignited IIS, I feel this was my second attempt which I had given in year 2020-23. Post that, I feel I didn't had any kind of structure and neither did guidance, and both of the things I got when I joined this Ignited IIS course. The kind of early morning GK current affairs lectures which used to happen, or whether it be the evening session. I also remember when the testnet date came close, the kind of GK revision that Sir used to take. We used to take one particular state, and with reference to that state, whatever GK, current or static knowledge that we have gained, we used to just revise that. And mind you, there were no hard notes, neither did soft notes that I carried. All that Sir was emphasizing on was the mental notes, and that was something I really not only for clearing the TISS exam, but I really feel that was a transformational journey on a personal perspective also. With respect to the mock interview, the kind of question that sir asked, that were very much 40% familiar to my actual interview, what happened. And that really means a lot for you to get into your dream college. Last, one of the most beautiful moment I always would like to share is that the day when I got my final TISS result out, I had sent a screenshot of my result to sir, and I was expecting some of his message or emoji on that result. Uh, but a very sweet gesture that he did was, some minutes later, he just called me and he said, "Congratulations on converting your dream college." And that's what really makes Sir very unique. And that's his passion for teaching, which tells us everything. So thank you so much for that.
So, sir, talk about my interview experience. So, before interview, so while I was in your class and I was preparing for it, so I was really underconfident about my interview. So, I have talked to sir a lot of time that, sir, what happens is my English is not that good, so it takes a lot of time to think for me. So, sir used to always console me that, okay, you will get through, just have that confidence. So, that was one. And talk about the interview experience that I had was quite different. So I was not asked about my background or anything like that. So I got the extempore topic of agrarian distress in India, and after that, while so I completed the extempore round. Then while I was going through the interview, so the half of the interview was only upon that topic itself. So there may be certain times when you will be getting a googly kind of thing from the interviewer. So you have to be ready about that. And their confidence plays a important role. And here I believe sir helped me a lot because his content while I was preparing in his class, so the content was quite vast. So he had that whole data, the statistics on agriculture part into his the whole module that he said. So we had
One,
that
one note.
yeah, yes sir, one note module. So the whole so I just went through the whole one note part. So not only from our course like LSP, so sir had given us access to the whole modules of each and every courses. So we could access from development studies courses. We can also access the modules from other like water policy or anything. So if one wants to gain different knowledge, a variety, a diversity of knowledge, then they had the access to it. So that was quite good for me, and it played an important role. And also the Hindu session that we used to go through a daily basis, that helped me a lot. Because as I said that I didn't had any, so I didn't thought that they will be asking me a different topic which was quite far from my background. So they were asking me all about agriculture and anything like that. So it was quite a surprise for me, but I sailed through because of that. So yeah.
Okay, Roshali, you can speak.
So I will start with my OPA experience. So my extempore topic was the women in agriculture. So I was fortunate enough to get the topic which was aligned with my educational background. So I discussed about the increasing feminization of agriculture and explain why it happens, challenges faced by women in agriculture, and the possible solution. And as sir told us, tried to support my points with the relevant data and facts. Also, during my personal interview, the questions primarily based on my DAF and my educational background. So they asked about the agricultural industries in my area, the labor conditions in my native place, also the three farm laws and the farmers protest. I tried to align with the LSP program. So there were also some behavioral and situation based questions. So talking about my journey with the Ignited IS, I found this course on a YouTube channel while searching for this OPA preparation, and it turned out to be a best decision. as Pratik sir made difficult topics easy to understand, and his live classes on current affairs and the course relevant content was really helpful. So also one draft writing session helped me a lot to create a strong application on which most of the questions were based during OPA. Also, the extempore and group discussion were great for practicing. It helped me a lot to build the confidence for the D-Day. And his interview guidance was very practical. That taught me how to answer confidently. The feedback during the mock interviews helped me to identify my weaknesses and fix them. So overall, Pratik sir was more than a mentor, and teacher. His support has been really valuable during all this journey. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nitin, could you speak your journey, your interview?
My just example topic was older people at workplace. I have to explain the problems and the consequences they face. Basically, I have aligned this informal and formal sector, both older people at informal and older people at formal place. And after that, my interview took 15 to 20 minutes. And basically, they were asking mostly about my deaf related questions and some behavioral question and labor laws and etc. It was not so difficult. That's why it is called a personal interview. And there is nothing, just they check your knowledge and why you want to pursue this course. So just be
So I
clear
would
with
like
this.
to add here, there are four things they will focus on. The confidence first, okay, clarity of concept, whatever you know, you be clear, okay. They are not looking for knowledge. Knowledge has been tested in the first round, okay. They are looking for clarity. Whatever you know, you should be clear about it, okay. And then the confidence, as I told, then conviction. Why at all you want this course, okay? And then credibility. What is that? You should not be bluffing. You should not be speaking something which is not correct, okay? If you don't know something, you can speak. Yes, sir, I don't know. Okay. Okay. So, Mayur Akshi, could you speak about the field works and internship?
Sure, sir. So over the course of 2 years, we have 4 internships, right? So it gives me pride to say that the LSP is the only course in TISS that offers 7 months of internship experience. So I'll explain how this works. Right, the first internship is the winter internship that we undertake after the ending of our first semester, which happens mostly in the months of October or November. Secondly, is the summer internship. The second and the third internship, which are the summer and the block, are synchronous, which means that one happens after the other. The summer internships happen from mid-April to mid-June, and the block internship occurs from mid-June to mid-August. You get an experience of 4 to 4.5 months in either two organizations or one organization. So it can be an extended period of 4.5 months, or it can be a broken down 2 months each in two different organizations. The fourth internship then is the trade union internship, which happens.
So may I ask the type of organization where you go for internship?
Sure, sir. So we work in a variety of domains. For example, my peers have undertaken internship in HR, IR, in human resources, in industrial relations, in corporate social responsibility, in public policy, and in the social sector as well. So there are various competencies that are being developed as you undertake this internship during the course of 2 years, and this serves various. This has various key reasons why we do this, right? Firstly, beyond the practical exposure, it also helps you build your portfolio. Considering that the majority of the people who take this course are freshers, people do not have much on their resume to speak about. So this sort of practical exposure firstly helps you build your professional network. It helps you build your resume, and gives you portfolio for that matter. Secondly, it also builds your confidence when you're interviewing for final placements for that matter. So the fact that you have all of this exposure builds your expertise in that domain, and also helps you understand which competency that you would like to further develop, uh, that you would like to develop further for that matter. And the fourth internship that I was speaking about is the trade union internship, which is undertaken for a period of 1 month. Two of the internships are mandated by the course, which is the block internship and the trade union internship. But the winter and summer is something that we do beyond the course mandate, right? So that there is so that we utilize the holidays that we have to help the students gain more exposure in all of the domains that I've mentioned earlier.
Okay, fine. Now, Kuber, could you say something about the fee and the hostel? What is the total fee and
Yes.
who gets the hostel?
Yes. So over the 2 years, we have to pay around 1,45,000. That's the fee. And to talk about the feedback breakdown. So in the first semester itself, so while we are going through the admission process, we have to pay a fee of 53,000. That's the first one time fee. Then from second semester, third semester, it varies like 20,000 or 30,000 around. So talking about the hostel, so this year they set the bar quite low. The income level of people, so the students who are coming in, so their whole family income, they have decreased it to 1.5 lakh, I guess, annually. It was before, so our senior batch, they had around 4.5 lakhs, I guess. So they are eligible. So the students whose family income is less than 1.5 lakh per annum, so they are eligible to get the hostel. And so the hostel fees, if I ask about, if someone asks that what's the hostel fee, for each semester, so they have to pay around 38,000, I guess. 20,000 for the mess fee and 18,000 for the hostel. So it will be for each semester. And after 1 year, so that means if someone is getting a hostel in the first year itself, so after 1 year, like 2 semester, so they have to renew it. So they have to give the whole document once again to renew their hostel residence. So that is the breakdown.
Okay. Nayarashi, could you speak about type of roles offered during placement and what are the career paths, possible career paths?
Sure, sir. So, owing to labor studies having an umbrella like variation of competencies, the sort of roles that you can take are also versatile, right? So, today our alum are working in HR, they're working in IR, in CSR, in think tanks, in ILO for that matter. So, the range of opportunities are diverse. LSP at the end of the day is what you make of it because it offers so many variation of courses and allows you to have the sort of practical application of the theoretical foundations that you learn within the course. You go ahead and have the opportunity to be able to explore what you really want to build your career in, right? So today we have LSP alum working in research, they're working in academia. We have three professors in IIMs. We have people working in ILO. One of our alum is a labor commissioner. They are in corporates. They're HR directors. They're IR professionals. So the sort of possibilities are basically endless, and the way you go ahead and hone them is something that LSP is able to offer, and that sort of access uh, is something that you do not really get anywhere else.
Okay, so now we'll take a doubt which is there. So it is by Anush, and he says, I was selected for LSP this year but could not get rank in the merit test. One of the things that was not good on my part was no prior work related to LSP. What should I do for this now? Should I do internship in labor sector or look for work in this sector? Where should I look for this? So how one will show alignment with the LSP thing? That is the question. And if at all a person wants to gain some experience in this sector, what all he can do? Anybody can take this question. Maybe Mayor Akshi, you can take.
Okay, so I'd like to answer here that it is not necessary that one has to go ahead and do and get work ex in something related to labor studies for you to be getting a rank in the merit list, right? Because, for example, I did not have any work ex nor do I have any internship experience related to LSP before getting into it. The primary thing here is for you to find a link between what you are currently doing or what you have already done and link it to why you want to join LSP now. For example, I said that in my political science paper, I had a section related to trade unions, and that is something that sparked my interest in the course labor studies and practice, and that's why I explored opportunities at TISS Mumbai. Similarly, there are people in our class who have come from a diverse who have come from diverse educational backgrounds. There is not a singular point where you can say that, oh, because I have labor studies experience in my past, that's why I've been able to secure a merit rank right now. What you can do right now is to take up internships that are in the social sector. For example, if you really want to build your profile and you have that interest and want to get in, and want to be able to have more talking points in the interview, that is one course that is one path that you can take. But I would, in my opinion, say that it is not necessary for you to
Okay, you have to show from where the interest got ignited, why you are here. As you said, you read about trade unions and then you wanted to know more about it. Speak about your experience at this, you know, so far. So we'll start with Kanchan. You can say.
One of a guiding principle in my life has always been, and that always drives me, is a learner for life. And my each day at this campus resonates this principle. I truly can say this is an amazing place. First of all, we do have opportunity for foreign exchange, where you also go to different countries and students from different countries come here. So you are able to connect to people across the globe. The second will be talking about the infrastructure. We have a decent gym, badminton court, yoga sessions happening. So someone who really wants to find their me time in this busy schedule, this can be a place for you. And third, and the most happening place, I believe, of the TISS campus is our library, where you can see for 22 hours people with energy moving around with the books, and that's something really rare to see.
Okay. So, the 2 years which you will spend at this, it is upon you how you want to utilize the platform. You will get all the opportunities. You have to be a lifelong learner, as she correctly said. It is not a finishing point, it is rather a starting point for your learning, for your career. Okay, Mayurakshi, you can speak now.
So my experience at this has been, the highlight of it has been of how diverse people I'm getting to meet. My first year in hostel, my roommates were from Punjab, from Andhra Pradesh, and from Telangana, from Andhra Pradesh and from Tamil Nadu for that matter. And the fact that I get to speak with so many diverse people also helps me build my perspective and my tolerance as well. So the fact that it is a social science institution, and it gives me comfort that since I'm not from a technical background and still I'm able to meet so many people who are from engineering backgrounds for that matter, and we're learning the same course material, is something that really brings it together for me.
Okay. So, Kuber, you can speak.
Yes, sir. So one of the peculiar thing that I picked up from here is it's quite diverse and inclusive, for that matter. So I have seen each and every lift here has a braille system. So braille connotation. So the people who are this differently abled, so it is quite inclusive for them as well. So the whole campus is so much vibrant, and it is one of the greener place around here. So you won't find this greenery around Mumbai. So that is one. And as I have said before, that it is quite inclusive as well. So this is one of the important so peculiar thing that I picked up.
Nitin, you can speak now.
Yes, sure, sir. So I would like to share my experience, although it's been just 3 months here, but I'm just in love with this campus.
So most of them have already talked about the diversity and inclusivity and the welcoming, how welcoming this it is. So I would like to talk about the teachers here. We get to learn from various industry experts, and most importantly, we get to connect with the people from different courses, different schools, and this provides an environment to make connections that can support you lifelong.
So, here only I will like to, call it a day for our discussion. Thank you, Kanchan. Thank you, Mayurakshi, thank you, Kuber, thank you, Roshali and Nitin for coming here and sharing your experiences with us. So thank you, thanks all. So I'm going to stop the recording. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank